You follow what I'm saying? Yeah, it's tough.
I do. It was what I had.
You haven't put in the work.
When it's not your time. Yeah. Tell me about those again. Tell me about when it's not your time. I do. It was great. Just tell me one more time.
You're asking me, or you just say repeating it? What I said.
Yeah.
I mean, it's devastation. It's like you think, wow, what did I put? Like, just why? It's a big why. It's a big question mark. It's like, because you really could taste it, you could feel it. It's like it was just like what, and then it's just not didn't happen. But then when when you persist and go next year, then it was, then it did happen, and then it was like very rewarding, because then you go, okay. Because that's the thing in life, when things don't work out, we just throw in the towel, we throw in the towel. We just throw in the towel. We give up. Give up on our dreams. We give up on people. We give up on just everything. Just give up.
We give up on ourselves.
And we give up on ourselves. Yes, that's it. Oh, that's it. Isn't that true?
I'm not good enough.
I'm not good enough. That's right.
I'm not worthy.
Yeah.
I have to prove.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of that when something doesn't go how we want it.
Yeah.
And like you said, Nikki, was when all reality that just wasn't the right opportunity at that moment.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And to trust yourself that the better one is coming.
That's it. That's it. Right. And that went for relationships too, I felt that you invest in somebody because you invest in so much, and then when it didn't work out, or if something happened, so you had to break up or leave, it was like heartache. It was a heartache. That's the thing, really. But when it came down to it, I said, to move on, I had to say, well, whatever I used to say, if that door closes, God has another door open. You know what I mean? So there's another door opening. There's something better. So I had to look at it like that, because it was quite heartbreaking. And that is something that I'm very grateful for now, that that I know that whatever has to be, it has to be. It's meant to be. It's nothing to say you did anything wrong or right. It's just what it was. People leave. I'm just giving an example. People leave. And you think, oh, what did you do? You ask somebody, what did you do wrong? Nothing. You did nothing wrong. It was just they want to move on. They just aggro or felt they couldn't level up or whatever. And they left. But then you feel that there's something that you did seriously wrong.
Who's always in the story?
Me. I am. And that's the thing.
Yep.
And that's the beautiful thing that I've come to realize now, that it always boiled down to me, because I chose people that left me. I chose for these people. I'm just saying, I chose for them.
What do you mean you chose for them?
I chose for them because I had an abandonment issue.
So you chose people that would leave you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. And it was very hard to accept, because I couldn't understand why it was a pattern over and over and over. And it was like quite quite disturbing.
Yeah. But do you fault yourself for that opinion?
No, I'm just grateful that I understand the pattern and I can unfold it now, and I can now give myself the knowing that that's life. Life, people are going to come and go, just like everything. It's nothing personal. Got nothing to do with what I haven't done or should do. Because I'm just doing me now. I'm doing my best I can. So it's
Yeah.
nothing, like Jesse said, nothing to earn, and there's nothing to prove. And it's really nice to have this feeling of what you're doing is just because you're doing it because you're enjoying it. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, but
yeah,
just
I'm just
a
enjoying,
second.
enjoying.
Have you been able to forgive yourself for that pattern?
Absolutely, absolutely, 100%. That's why I can talk about it.
Because here's a really big thing for me. Okay, is to stop judging myself for patterns, like at all, and even the pattern itself, like labeling it as good, or doing everything right, or doing something wrong, or anything like that. Like any kind of judgment like that is detrimental to my health, period.
Oh, absolutely, period. I agree. Yeah.
But we tend to do that. We tend to look back and analyze, and and all that kind of thing.
We're trying to figure out the pain. It's also pain that we're trying to work through.
Well,
the pain that you have to work through. It really
trying
is.
to figure out the pain is kind of,
and you can't
futile
really.
as well.
That's when
you end up blaming yourself.
Exactly.
So then
exactly.
That becomes the pattern, and that gets you out. It makes you feel good for the moment. It's the only thing that you can do is to blame yourself. It feels good for the moment. Your unconscious takes that on and moves on. And so when that grief comes up again, the unconscious says, "Oh, I know how to get out of this."
Yeah, but that's a pattern too.
Everything's a pattern. Everything's a pattern. Yeah, that's what we have to unfold. This is all the unfolding part.
That is how you get. That's how you undo the judge.
Oh yes.
The awareness is great. You've already made it, but then you notice, like, oh no, I'm judging in it. It's like, oh.
Yes.
So what would I replace judge with?
Love. That's what I do. Love. Like literally love myself enough that I can fall and be in love with me constantly.
So in all reality,
asking for sorry, Jason.
it's just replacing a bad pattern with a better pattern, because you have to have patterns.
There you go again. The bad pattern and better pattern. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as a bad pattern. There's no such thing as a better one.
Right.
There's only a pattern.
But when you judge yourself, exactly. But the judging yourself, that's the context again. You put my focus on judge, so I am working with judge. And when you pull it out of judge, I say, of course, I'm already there though. Don't talk to me like I'm not. Thank you.
I replaced judge with genius.
Oh, I love that. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, yeah, man. I love that.
For me, it's being able to look back on my life and just be in awe and wonder at how I managed to create that situation where I learned A, B, C, D.
Your ABCs.
But a long list of things, right?
Sure.
That I probably couldn't have learned, that I may not have been able to learn any other way.
Sure. Absolutely. Isn't that just a beautiful lesson?
Whatever that was your gold, Mr.
Yeah.
Genius. Your gift,
Yeah.
your greatness, all wrapped up in that.
Beautiful.
And you know
huh?
what, Twig, this is really interesting. I had
Beautiful.
aspirations to go to the Olympics
Oh,
myself.
wow. Wow,
In the
wow.
70s. In fact, 1976 was the first time that the Summer Olympics, that the Olympics ever were in Canada. And that summer, I decided I was going to go to the next Olympics. And so I started. Well, I didn't start training. I had been training for a long time. I'd been running competitively since I was about 10 years old. And I was a middle distance runner, and I wanted to go to the Moscow Olympics. And so, like, I joined the track club at college, and I did all kinds of stuff like that. And then, as things got closer, U.S. and Canada boycotted the 1980 Olympics, and I didn't go. But neither did anybody else from North America. So, what did I learn from that? Well, it was a good thing to go for, but it wasn't the end of my life because I didn't get to go. So I redirected. I mean, it was simple as that, but it was a brilliant thing to be going after. And it was a really good lesson in pursuing a dream and trying to find the right word for this, but being thwarted by a situation that was out of my control completely. And what was interesting is I replaced that with journalism school that I went to instead, and that's what started my digital media career. Was the result of being in journalism school. So isn't that interesting how that all turns around? And that was genius. I couldn't, when I look back on it, I think I couldn't have planned that whole scenario. But the thing is, my genius did. My genius planned it. My genius created it. My genius made it all happen. And I didn't have a clue that was going on at the time. In other words, it was all unconscious. That's what I'm trying to say.
I heard you. Great story. Great lesson.
There's lots of stories like that. They kept happening over and over and over again. And all of them are huge clues as to where I'm headed in my life right now.
I was about to say that, that's it. It was always there, and now it's just coming into forte. Like, it's just happening.
Yeah, it's coming into consciousness. Now I'm finally aware of what my genius has been doing for 60 years.
Yeah, it's just so you can't. Oh, it's so worth it. It's no money in the world can, it's just amazing. And I think when you look back, you can just see the experience. It's nothing of anything that, it was just what it was. And now you get to just being it. Fully.
Well, now I get
consciously.
to consciously create it.
Yeah, consciously
now I
fully
get to
being.
Yeah. Now I get to participate fully with my genius instead of fighting it.
Hey, that's it. You're creator.
Yep. Because creation isn't always joyful.
No.
There's a certain amount of pain in it. And I understand that too. There's a certain amount of suffering in it because there's transitioning that needs to happen.
Yeah.
Like the big one that I'm working on right now is making the transition from obeying outer authority to obeying inner authority.
Very powerful.
Okay, following what my heart wants instead of what I think I want.
Yeah, and letting go.
Instead of what my conditioning wants, right?
Yeah, there you go.
And that's huge.
It's massive.
That's the big lesson everybody on the planet needs to learn.
Oh, yeah.
So, hey, I'm going to share with you guys right now because this is coming in big. What came in really, really big for me this morning is making a game out of that.
That's it. Yeah.
Making a game out of moving from outer authority to inner authority. Making a game out of finding the genius in your heart.
Yeah,
making
because
a game out of practicing, like playing intuition with each other.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Like all that kind of stuff. It's all a big game, and it makes it a lot less painful, the transitions, when you can play your way through it.
And like you said yesterday, day before yesterday, you said that it's heart-centered.
Yep.
And that is also your true choice.
Well, that's your inner authority.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's where your genius is, and it always has been, because you're actually recognizing you now for you.
Yep.
The love, the acceptance, the approval, what is for you to take on and to know to go forwards, and not holding on to baggage, because that's what we all carry. We're all carrying our past and experience and that's why we have to look and say we're safe, because we're in survival mode, because most people are just, as I speak for myself, just surviving. You're just going through and then when you can let go of that, knowing that you're not going to die, it's just experience. And that's when you can take on new projects and new things and new relationships, because you can just know that you can trust yourself. And what you shared yesterday in the post, I also looked at it, and money and money energy and all that. I won't go into that part, but I like the Jordan Peterson. I don't know if that was intentionally, but I followed through, and Jordan Peterson came on. And Jordan Peterson says a lot of times people, when you take away their problem, in the sense of fixing and trying to take away their problem they have to go through, you're actually stealing from them.
Yeah.
You're stealing.
Yeah, exactly.
You're stealing it. And it came, and I always wanted to fix everything. Fix everything, especially when it came to money. Like if I could help or whatever, I would think I was helping, but actually I was sabotaging. I was actually taking away their power. And this was a pattern that went on for years there. And I could only stop it like really about 2 years ago and say, no, this is now something, because it's the same with everything, And so that was a real eye-opening, because I go, wow, that was perfect timing, because you have a loved one come to your family member and they're talking about a lot of things, and it's like cost and this and this, and it's just one thing after another. And I'm talking layering like a cake. It doesn't stop. It just goes on. And I could feel my heart and I could feel it. And I go, oh, like immediately, like, what can I do now? How do I fix this? How can I help? And it's good. But then I had to just say at that moment, this is not for me to fix. And she's powerful. And she is powerful. You know, This is one of my sisters. And I started to look in and I go, okay, it's a little like, whew, all right, heavy. And then it was just that encouragement that I gave. I also gave to myself, but then I gave it to her. And then it was like, wow, this is so great, because it was just because no one wants to be saved. As much as you think they want to be saved, no one wants to be saved because they want to figure it out. It's important for them to figure it out. It gives them the confidence to trust herself. And she's very well, she's so capable. It's unbelievable how capable she is. Same with my third older sister. Very capable, powerful, you know? And she's like, yeah. So when you give that and you realize that, all you need is stand by and show them support, but you don't need to take it and fix it for them because it's not for you to fix. They're not broken.
Well, it's not for them to fix either. It's not for them to fix either, because
it's not for them to fix.
If you try to fix it, you're sabotaging your own genius.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a person that doesn't know about fixing. Hey, I'm talking about also people.
Even whether you know it or not, it doesn't matter. That's what's happening.
Yeah, but for their understanding to going through a process that they know that they have to do it anyway, because it's not fixing them, because they're doing it and they're working it out for their own understanding of knowing that when they do work it out, and eventually, like I said, everything passes. This too shall pass. It's not going to. The storm doesn't stay forever. It's going to pass, but you got to hold out. And for that understanding that for example, going through what she has to go through, conditions that it's not even hers to take on, because right now for what they have is shedding load, it's electricity's out, it's a lot of things of a virus is coming to the country, and it's a lot of other things, the children getting sick, and it's expenses and all these things. That is very real. That is very real to go through. You can't just like go, oh, well, there's nothing to fix. No, that's very real. But when she gets to have her power of that, allowing her to go through it, allowing her to express it, not for me to go and fix it, not for me to say, oh yeah, I can, it's easy to give somebody the money and then they go, okay, yeah, that's easy. But it's for her and for myself to witness that as we go through it, she's doing it and she can trust herself. She has the ability and capability to trust herself, and she's getting through it, and she has gone through it. And then even like not even a day later, she's sending me a text and it's like, boom. And I go, there you go. Let's go. So that was just for me to learn. I used to always think I would have to be the caretaker here and fix it for her. No. Because before used to make me feel good about me being able to give to her. It made me feel good to be able to give to her. And then I could get the, oh, thank you. I wouldn't know what to do without you. And yeah. And then when she had to run to me and run. And I go, okay. But it's that, it was that need that I thought, oh, that's a fix for me. And then I realized, no, I don't need to fix this. This is not what I want for her. And I don't want it for myself, because I don't need to have that fix anymore to be needed. It's false. It's a false. It's just false.
Which is why we have to take our focus onto what we want, what we love, what we desire to the future, because otherwise we just spend our time in the past. So that is too a pattern. The point of patterns is to be aware of them.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting.
Because it's not the pattern that's good or bad. The pattern is necessary. I mean, everything we do, say, learn, all that kind of stuff. It's all patterns. So when we vilify the pattern itself, then we take away the whole, the whole
Right,
building block, the
exactly.
whole foundational thing of how human beings actually operate.
Right. And so when you were aware of that, where would you put your focus? Being a creator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then you've got to figure out, right? Discover, well, what does it mean to be that? Oh, a genius.
That's
Yeah.
it.
What
There's
does a
it.
genius mean? Oh, a genius says yes and. A genius
Oh,
doesn't say no.
God. Oh, God, there's it.
What else would a genius do? Oh, a genius would say, I don't know. Oh,
Oh, that's
in that
yourself
situation,
there, boy.
I just
That's
don't
it.
know. And then what do you do after that? Well, the best thing I did was focus. What did I focus on? Well, I didn't have to win anymore because I didn't care about losing.
Oh, yes, that's this.
Yeah.
That's
Because
it.
it wasn't about that in the first place. It wasn't
That's what
about
I
winning or
observed.
losing. Exactly.
That was my observation that I relaxed into, that I found my truth that allowed me to win. And what I figured out was, oh, look, that's what I want. I noticed the wobble, I step out of it. And I show people how to do that.
Boom.
I demonstrate it as best I can and as worst I can. I'm above whether it's good or bad. I just care what you say. So that's my teach. That's my guide. And that's my choice. My unique pattern.
That's right. And that becomes your true nature. That's your nature. That is your true nature and purpose there.
Mhm.
As a creator.
Just as dialed in as I could get it today.
Oh, that's right. Beautiful.
And boy, does that feel good.
Oh, it feels so good. I feel it. I feel it, baby. I feel it.
Is there any wobble in that?
Nope.
Oh.
Well, I guess I'll keep doing that then.
Yeah, exactly.
More of it, please. More of it. I'll take more
Yeah,
of it.
see, more of it, more
Bring
of it.
it on.
Oh,
Bring it
it
on.
just
More,
happens.
please.
It just happens to get better
It really does.
when you don't expect it to.
Yeah, that's even yeah. That's what we call a surprise.
Right. Well, how did you get there? Well, I don't know, really.
Yeah, that's
It just keeps falling in my lap. I just keep saying yes and. And then I figure out why I got resistance, and that's going to tell me why I care about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah.
Nothing better than knowing the truth, and then you can line it up to what you want.
Nothing better than knowing the truth.
And anyone else can make life any harder if they want to.
That's it, and they have a right. They're entitled to choose what they want to choose. You know, it's that's what it is. If they choose it, then that's what they're choosing.
The only thing I care about is that they choose. They're aware they're choosing. That's all I care about. Yeah. Choose whatever you want. Make your choice. I honor the choice, but I hate it when you don't think you have a choice. Or you have a limiting choice. Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, that's even worse.
How about a scarcity choice? Like everyone wants those.
Mm-hmm.
Only when I'm good enough could I ever have something like that. Ugh. Wow. There's your recode. Recode. coding your pattern. Yeah, that's all it was. What do I want? Where's my wobble? Ah, I must care about it then. What do I say yes to? Better yet, what am I saying no to? That's the awareness. Because that's the pattern. That's the no pattern the no pattern to, I don't know. Let's try that. I don't know. Rather than just no. And you're falling. It's scary as hell. You're alone in that world. Because you want to learn something new. And everybody around you will see their patterns too. We just, that just tells us what we care about. And we can honor and love that. We don't need to judge that. I honor your experience, Craig. Great.
Yeah, isn't that something? Because what you care about is a hint as to what's been hidden in your heart your whole life and wants to express itself.
And all the parts that had and has been going for what they want.
Exactly. Yep.
The harmony, the alignment, the synchronicity. It's like reshaping probability in your advantage.
Yes.
And they call them wizards, and we're all creators. Taking that probability cloud and turning it into our advantage, into our benefit, into what we want, what we love, what we care about. People ask, well, how do we do that? Just notice the structure of that question. You can only be aware of it in the silence. Internal silence, and then external silence. And we can look back and say, where did I say no? Great, that's a good one.
You said look back and say where did I say no?
Yeah,
Is that what you said?
that's what I said.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, where did I say no? Where did I first say no or agree to no?
Where you don't,
To NO.
or where did I do it yesterday? It's the same pattern yesterday as it was your very first one.
Yeah. Yeah. Where did I first deny myself?
But that doesn't do you any good. It just makes you aware of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, it's the question that matters because it creates the perspective. It creates what filters in the way. I mean, I don't need to go to the beginning of everything. All I need to do is look at what resistance did I have just to the last moments. Well, the resistance did I have yesterday? Well, maybe then I can stretch it out to a week. I don't need to go any farther because that's just the patterns I'm still living. And then you just stretch it out to the future and be like, oh, now that that's different, what's possible with what I want? Geez, what did we do? We just created a bunch of space. In the right direction, flow, make, yes, positive, take you there. And that's how you do it.
Yeah, I'm just soaking that one in, Jesse. That was a really, really good one.
What makes it good is that it's against what we believe and think. And when you do that, you erase what's there in a moment, or you put it on pause and you can sprout something new on a nude canvas. And that is called choice for you in that example. I was just sharing with you my practice of choice, so that you may see yours and adjust it to find yours, to fit yours, to make it work in your life, like Nikki has, is, and doing. And she's sharing hers through her experiences every morning. And Craig, you too. This is what I'm seeing yesterday. This is what I noticed. Oh, now look at it here. And it's like, ooh, look at all this space you're creating for your power, for your genius, your powerful genius. How do I know I'm being that? I asked. Well, you'd have to say yes. Damn. Yeah, I would.
What I like yesterday when you said, or the day before, it was one of those days, when you said we were lied to. And then also the lies that we told ourselves, because it was a belief that we put it on ourselves. And you only, what you believe is what your behavior will be eventually, because that's what happens. And then when you go look into the truth, for me as a truth seeker all my life, to really know my truth, then the light shines on the truth. And when that light shows and it literally shows up, you can just be who you choose to be, because that's who you are. Because that's basically what you have in your heart and what you're feeling it. And you cannot deny somebody that just wants to be their truth. The same as somebody that just wants to have fun. You can't. You can deny it all you want, but they're choosing that. So yeah, it boils down to the choices and get to choose now. It's pretty powerful.
That's reminded me of something. This is really, really cool, actually. I have an uncle who's he's about 13 or 14, maybe 15 years older than me, something like that. I'm not sure exactly how much, but But when he was high school age, he lived with us. And a lot of people accused him, like especially in school and stuff like that, school principals and that, accused him of being a good time Charlie. And the reason this is funny to me is because I was exposed to that when I was exposed to this good time Charlie uncle when I was very young. And yeah, for me, that just opened up the possibility of having a priority that was about living a life that you love and being and having a damn good time as much as you possibly can. And so it's interesting that that imprint showed up for me. That example showed up for me that early in my life. But it's just a good example of what we're talking about. And I just find it kind of amusing.
It's enlightenment.
What's that?
It's enlightenment.
Enlightenment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's amazing about a diamond?
One thing is that it's as hard as it is. In its raw form, it looks like nothing special.
Mhm. It makes you feel good. And when I say you, I would say the majority of people.
Diamond makes you feel good. Can you let Joe in?
That sure could. What else would a creator do? Hi, Joe. Welcome.
Yo, homies, happy Sunday to you all. Big love from the UK. Howdy, Nikki. Yes, Craig.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Good to hear your voice.
Yeah, good to hear your voice too, man. My munchkins have just gone home now, so I just wanted to log on quickly before I pop to the gym. So big love to you. Let the love rain. Let the love rain. It's good to see your face, Jess, mate. Like seeing that smile in the morning. Oh yes, that's it. Oh yes. Yeah, hope you're well, guys. Big love to you all. It's all coming together. It's all coming together, eh?
Yes, it is. We'll talk later, son.
Okay, Dad.
Yeah. Thanks, Joe. A word for the day, Joe?
Joy. Joy. I'm joyful. I've been with my babies. I've been with both my girls. Had a really smooth, relaxed, happy time. And it's been really good. And I just feeling joy when I'm with my babies, man. And I know that's a big priority in my life, you know, to be the best dad I can be. That's a big thing for me, and it hurts if I've not got that connection. But like, I literally writ down on the lenses, you know, make Harmony my friend again, because she'd fallen out with me, and I was looking at it, and it happened. It's just so beautiful that when you write something down and you look back and it's like, wow, that happened. Wow, I did that. And yeah, the top of the list, it was, you know, bond and connect and have fun with the kids. And I've done that, so I'm happy about that. And I feel good. I feel joy. So yeah, thank you. Joy is my word.
So take that joy and just throw it out there as far through the day as you can, and
Yeah,
you put
Yeah.
I
it
feel
through all
that.
of you let your work go through all of that. It's like you're a joyful dad. It's just like a joyful dad still works. You see that? And it's like, great. So connected into the work. It's like to have this feeling at work, what would I be doing? Because it's always that feeling you want, man. Just as you dial it around, you start looking through it. And it's like everything around you wobbles and breaks down. And it's like you allow more space for that to come. That is you, us as powerful creators.
Yeah. Yeah, so true.
So we were just working with diamond, like a diamond. Diamond. What's the charge when you think of diamond?
When I think of a diamond, what's the charge? I don't feel like there's much of a charge. But I could be wrong.
Interesting how you said a diamond.
Yeah. I'll see myself as a diamond. Diamonds are formed with pressure, aren't they? From pressure comes diamonds.
What did you think of when you heard the word?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Just got cut off. Someone called me.
Yeah, no worries. Oh, I love resistance. Isn't that cool?
Sorry?
My question was, what did you think of when I said the word diamond for the first time?
Mm. Nothing really massively came to mind apart from a diamond. Just seeing like a diamond in my mind.
Was it a big one? Was it a small one?
It wasn't. It was like probably the size of a tennis ball.
Oh, gee, that's a big one.
But then I'm seeing like my whole body as the crystal as well.
Golly, what does that mean?
We crystalline at the core. We are crystals.
Is that a good or a bad charge?
I think it's a good one.
Yeah, me too. So we can acknowledge that it's a great one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Jess.
So now, in your words, what are you?
I'm a diamond, baby. I'm a diamond.
Mhm. Searching for the diamond.
It reminds me of the Buddhist story of
Diamond.
finding the diamond within, finding that gem within. We've all got it, and it's
Yeah,
finding.
shine that diamond. Shine
Mm.
like a diamond.
Shine bright like
Genius.
a diamond. Wow.
Genius.
Yeah, that's it.
Genius.
Shine like what? Say again, Jeff.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Yeah, shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. I like it.
But then I've seen someone's post that, and then I think Einstein says diamonds don't shine. They do something else to reflect light. That's not shining. That's a reflection of light. But anyway,
Right.
yeah.
Well, which is even more. It's like, ooh, but it appears to be a shine for us.
Mm,
They don't reflect anything until they're cut.
mm.
They're very dull, in fact.
And sharp.
Mm.
And hard. It's not sharp, hard.
Hard. Yeah.
And so words bring up space. And so that was just an example of putting the patterns on pause, acknowledging it, digging into it a little bit, unpacking's another word, so that the gem can be revealed. The genius can be shown, can be seen, can be heard.
Yes. Little side note, I was in the app last night, and it's running really, really smoothly. There's been a lot of updates to it, like from the actual people that make it. And I was watching the happy calls, and before they used to take a while to load, but they're loading really quickly. You can fast forward it; it's all really quick, and it's running really smooth. So yeah, I wanna start adding more. linking the happy calls onto there.
Yeah, great.
And then I was explaining to Craig that last night I've got a page on Facebook with like 60,000 followers on it, and it's a David Icke page, and like all these people, they're all about, you know, creating the best life, creating the best world possible. And Craig didn't realize that was actually my page. So we've got our own shout out machine. You know, people pay for shout outs. We've got an audience of hungry people that we can shout out to, and put our offers out there. But then also, as well, like this live stream, this could actually be just, as well as broadcasted to your YouTube, it could also be broadcasted to another page where we actually get like 30, 40 people watching, and then they get the opportunity to come in and join as well.
Yes, love it. Yes, that's it.
So I think after a good old 100 days, we've had that practice now. We're ready to take it to the people, you know. And that live stream is going to be, because I do like watching it on YouTube. You know, sometimes when I can't make it on a proper call, I'll just go onto YouTube. And the sound quality seems to be really good on there as well. There's like very little interference. I don't know if it actually makes it sound better.
That's important.
Yeah, it's very important, you know, get that clean sound. And yeah, so that's it. So like me and Craig were thinking about like just having conversations, you know, on that page, because we were saying like most people, they create a webinar and they got to get people to it, then they got to get people to watch it. All of that's automated inside Facebook. Yeah, I mean, we go live, we don't even need people will show up. Yeah, obviously we can give them a pre-warning, but if we're doing it every day, do you know what I mean, they're going to get used to it. And it's kind of along that idea of where you were saying that you want it like the football stadium where people can go and watch at the top for free, and that's like a live stream. But then obviously, once they've watched it and they feel more comfortable and they're like, yeah, that's the kind of space I want to enter, rather than just like, I don't even know where I'm going. It's going to give them more confidence to come in, and then we're going to have a link if we want. They can come and join, you know.
You bet.
But like you say, getting eyeballs to it, you know, I'm really keen
Clubhouse keeps coming to me, you know, with that. It's like that offer of Clubhouse is really slick like that. People can come in, right, and just do that. So that concept is really beautiful.
Yeah, definitely Clubhouse. I love it. And like, but like things like Facebook, they copy off everyone. So it's only a matter of time before they're gonna, they've already got features along Clubhouse.
Exactly. Yeah.
Probably gonna buy it anyway. But the point is that
it's a powerful structure is my point.
Yeah, it's a powerful structure, but with this massive page I've got, like Facebook does.
That's a powerful structure too.
Sends out the people, it brings the right people to it. Plus, if we get the right headline, they're going to come watch. And then even when we've done it, people are still getting views. Like the average live stream, 20-minute live stream I do gets an average of 2,000 views. You know what I mean? And that's over like a day or two. Yeah, there might be 100 or so watch it in real time. And then, but then they're still passing it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
and I don't. That's one of the things that I don't get. I don't see is anything that's happening in that other room. So I don't have anything with that. So I'm stuck here with Zoom right now. So to know more about that on the back end would be amazing, Joe. So I'm all in support of that, and I know that's the direction.
Exactly. Well, the Zoom is like how you're broadcasting to YouTube. We'll be able to hopefully add it. So then there's just another button and it'll just broadcast, because I'll add you as an admin on that Facebook page. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even if you want, you can just post on it too. All right.
Yeah.
But I'll give you access to it. So then you're linked up and we can figure that out together. So when you go live, it goes live across multiple platforms.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yes. Let's do it.
Anyway, I love you guys. Craig, anything to say on that?
If Nikki's up for that, if Nikki's up for that, her and Craig and Pascal, they show up quite a bit. So I want to make sure that they're okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm in.
I'm all in.
See choice, guys, right? See choice. Choice. I want to hear passion, so I'm pause it. It's like, oh, that's all me for sure. But it's like, no, people still continue to show up. I want to make sure or align it to their passions.
Yeah.
See, that's a yes and. because
we're
you're
not.
going to make it bigger, right? It's going to add to it. And so it's like, oh yeah, like that's the beauty.
Yeah.
And today's was a pretty good one.
But we just don't know. Like, I know, like, when I log on to the YouTube and just start watching it, even just from the outside perspective, it's powerful. And with the universe and synchronicities, and like, we don't know how the algorithm works, but it's just going to come in front of the right people at the right time, you know?
Yeah, everything we're doing is shifting the world.
Yeah, exactly. And to have an audience, a massive audience of people that have already set and made that decision to do that same thing too. Do you know what I mean? But they just
Exactly.
don't necessarily know
Choice.
how. They're kind of stuck in, because there is elements that they're missing out on. Like, they're still very focused on the problems,
Mhm.
you know? So that's where we're coming in and like
Yes.
getting off the problems and onto the creations, you know?
Every day, every morning.
Not talking about the old, creating the new. Let's create the new world. Let's talk that into existence. Yeah. And then we're having conversations. We're just having a conversation like this. And then
Mhm.
like Craig was saying last night, yeah, it's very flexible. We can just bring in a guest. So say like Nikki wants to grow a practice, we bring her on for a session, you know what I mean? We bring her on, do you know what I mean? And like we introduce her to the audience that we've got, and like the right people will come forward. Do you know, like that? And yeah, we can interview some really big people too, like yeah, the world is our oyster, man, literally.
I know.
Wow.
Like the diamonds, yeah. The diamonds, they went through pressure, right? And at
Yeah.
some point the value is revealed.
Yes. In the perfect moment, perfect time.
Well, I mean, at some point proof has to show up, right? I mean, I wouldn't how can I say this with the greatest amount of love? How else could I prove those people wrong?
Prove them wrong in what way?
And just so it's that's me, and it's just me acknowledging still where I have resistance with relationships, yeah, where I'm still sad, and it's like I don't and it was in well, I'm going to show you, right? I'm going to prove to you. So it was always that was always my spite. So that is
Yeah.
my acknowledgement of it.
Yeah, I had the same. I had the same through my whole life. It was just because there was so much negativity in blocking and saying you can't do it. And then it's just you say, no, I'm going to prove you wrong. It's just something that was automatically for me to say, no, I'll prove you wrong. And I did. And I did go back, right down to junior school, went down to the principal. Yeah, I showed him. Yeah, he told me I wouldn't work, amount to anything. Here I am. Yeah, the same with every work, with everything I did. I always went back to everybody. I mean, relationship wise, it's not that was I needed to prove it because it was the end of that. I made end of that. I didn't have to prove anything. Going back into a relationship and say, okay, now, I'm talking about just showing up and saying, I proved you wrong. You said this, and this is what I did. This is who I am. What you said who I was, this is who I am. And that's
But
just
look though, Nikki, like this situation that happened, when he said you're not going to mount to all, like he did you more of a favor than someone that said, oh, you're going to amount to everything,
Yeah.
So like he actually
odds were against me, trust me on that one. In circumstances, my odds were against me. That's for sure. But yeah, he did. And that's the beauty of coming through, knowing there was more to what everyone else was saying. I knew there was more to come. because it was for me, even when I knew, when there was a hopeless situation, I said, there's more to me what people are saying. Yeah. And so for me to hear you speaking about the new earth, this is just a beautiful understanding that I always knew there was more to what we were experiencing on this earth. Yeah, it's just, and that's why we do not have to go through the suffering. I mean, suffering will be there, but we don't have to go through it. You understand? This is something of what we are creating now, a new earth, a new way of thinking, a new way of being, coming into your pure genius, coming into your absolute superconscious and rising above, but being in a human form. And that's where we're going to have to always understand there's going to be things that we have to also show up. It's just not going to fall on your lap. So there's things that we have to do. And that's where it comes to our choices. This is what we're choosing. It's very simple.
I was reading a book,
Oh,
psychology.
well, hold on this 1 second, Joe. Thank you. Nikki, thank you. And I choose to stand next to that power.
Thank you.
Wow.
That means a lot.
Wow.
Because I had to do it alone. It was a lonely journey for me, hey? I had to do it alone, but I knew I wasn't alone. That's another thing. It was that comfort of just knowing. Yeah. And now that I get to witness being in a physical form with other people, having to experience and to create with, co-create with, and bring out the best in me, and I can bring out the best in them. That's the best gift I can possibly give to somebody, or they can give to me. If they really see me and see my quality and see my heart, because that's basically where I'm coming from now. I'm coming from my heart. And it's a very scary place because, yeah, it's been broken. It has been broken. And relationships literally could, for years, you know. But now that we're in this understanding of being in our power, and it's very exciting. And a diamond, you have to really deep for a diamond. In the mines in South Africa, we have beautiful mines. We have the best diamonds in the world by just a chance to tell you. But we have to go deep. You got to go deep, eh? It's a coal. It's nothing. You got to go through the fire. You got to be
coal. It's
crushed.
hydrocarbon.
It's coal,
It is
baby.
dirty.
It's nothing. Yeah,
It
dirty.
is oil.
Oil. It's like nothing attractive, nothing to look at, nothing to admire, nothing. You pass by, you can even maybe pass by it, but when you spot a diamond, that's when the work starts. And you got to be crushed. You got to be cut. And that's what you're explaining to me, Joe. I mean, everything in my life has been a lesson, and I give thanks to them. That's why now I can look back and say thank you, because whatever I experienced, I have the understanding of the learnings. There's nothing that I want to change from the time I came into this earth to the time now. It's all learnings. Nothing is there walking around with a heaviness or a grudge or, oh, how could they do that to me, or a victim. No, I'm very, very in my power now. And there's nothing to explain. It's just thank you for the learnings. Thank you. Love you. Thank you. But what I am in now is nothing to prove. This is really special for me. But you have to come to a place where people that don't know, they don't know, right? You only know what you know.
Yep.
So there's an understanding that I can do better now. And I can also agree with you to disagree with you when you don't agree with me. And I can say that's also fine, because this is polarity. This is what's going to happen. This is what life is all about.
Exactly.
But I also speak to an audience that do want to listen to me. I don't just talk in vain. I don't just talk in vain. I talk to an audience that listens to me, that wants to listen to me.
And you carry so much power in your voice. You're going to awaken so much power in the listener.
And I think it's just experience. It's just experience that I also can walk in their shoes because I also have been there. And this is also very important. You can't tell somebody you haven't lived their lives or you haven't had that experience. And we've all gone through trauma. We've all gone through some sort of heartbreak. I mean, that's just the obvious. And that's where compassion, purpose, pure genius in looking at somebody and seeing the diamond in them and allowing them to be able to draw it out from them. Because you cannot see sometimes your own diamond. You have to have other people to support that. And that is why it's important to have this gathering.
And remember,
because we're sharpening each other. We are helping in bringing our diamond out.
We're
That's
cutting
all
each
we're
other's
doing here.
diamonds.
Wow,
We're carving, we're shaping, we like, you know, it's just beautiful. So thank you.
World's greenest carbon. The world's greenest oil. Wow. Wow.
imagine the world's greenest, cleanest carbon. What world is that?
The world's bluest carbon. Wow.
It's the new one we're creating, Joe.
World's bluest carbon.
It's already been created. It's already in the invisible.
Holy
Yep.
crappy.
It's already
That's
there.
a beautiful one right there, guys. Woo! On so many planes, on so many levels, on so many
Let's just take that in.
silos.
Woo!
On so many silos that just get connected.
Yeah. That's pure genius there, man. That's pure
Waterfall.
genius there. Waterfall. Woo! Oh.
So I honor our journey.
Me too.
I honor your diamonds. And I just lay them out there. It's like, there's mine. We throw them out there and there we go. We follow them. Brother, good to see ya.
I love you guys.
I love you too, Joe.
Love you too, Joe.
Big love, Joe. Talk to you later today.
What does that sound like? Does that sound all right?
Are you singing?
Can you hear the piano?
Here, let the rest of us go to mute.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. Where is the love? Where is the love? The love is inside. Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? I feel a lot of weight on my shoulder as we getting older, people getting colder. Most of us only care about money making, selfish images is following the wrong direction. Wrong information always shown by the media. Negative images is the main criteria, infecting the young minds faster than bacteria, because kids want to act like what they're seeing in the cinema. Whatever happened to the fairness in humanity? Whatever happened to the fairness and equality? Instead of spreading love, we're spreading animosity. It's lack of understanding leading us away from unity. That's the reason why sometimes I feel under, and that's the reason why sometimes I'm feeling down. There's no reason why sometimes I feel under. You gotta keep faith alive and ask yourself, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Just tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I really, 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 really wanna zig a zig. Create your future, forget your past. If you wanna get with you, we can do this fast. I won't be hasty, you give it a try. Get your heart connected, it will be divine. Yo, truth, supersonic, hypnotic, bubonic, chronic. Do you want it? It's inside you. It's gonna guide you. So realign to the time, gotta shine through. Bring that soul force. Now it's ready, gonna guide you. Heart so enticing, time to enlighten. Little meditation, time gotta brighten. Moving up people through the space and the time. Jumping my DeLorean, futuristic rhyme. Now we come a one of a two times. It's time to rise up, gonna and realize you're divine. Now it's time got to shine. Welcome to the happy core. Recognize you're the key, you're the remedy, you're the potion. You got the heart inside, that's the ocean. You're not the droplet, you're the potion. Put it into love, now we're going into motion. Truth, supersonic, hypnotic, bubonic, chronic. You got it, you got the heart, got the key, it's inside of you. Breathe with us now, breathe with us while, breathe with us how. That's right, it's time got to do this. I don't know, no, it's time got to grow. Tell me what is your word, tell me what is your flow, what you feel it in your heart, what you feel it in your soul. Let's connect to the super conscious, let's go. We are one, we are energy, we consciousness, infinite potential. Now it's gonna be synonymous. Now it's the next quantum leap to be free. So resonate with the love and with the chi. Harmonization, world's changing, world's rearranging. It's not the same thing, brace yourself now for the changing, world's rearranging. Teletransportation, yo, big love. Let's do this. I love you. I love you.
Oh my God. Thank you, Joe. That was just epic. Drop the mic. Drop the mic. Oh my God. Thank you. That was spectacular. Wow. Oh my God.
Brilliant, brilliant, amazing diamond.
Big love, Joe.
Oh,
Love
I
you.
love you, Joe.
Wow, so much love and passion and genius in that.
That's you guys, man. That's all of us. We did that. You know, that energy, this mastermind. So thank you.
Oh God, that was
I love you.
oh that was yeah, that was awesome.
Thank you for letting me share that with you, man. It's beautiful to.
Wow, you have a beautiful voice.
Mm.
Oh my God.
That's one thing on my to-do list to make some music every day. So
Oh, that's your gift. It's a real gift. Honestly, wow.
That sounds like that lens gives you joy.
yeah, thank you. Back to the joy. Wow, there we go. Yo, guys, have you seen a film called Inside Out?
Hmm.
Have you seen
Inside
it?
Out. What? Who
Mhm.
plays in that?
It's a Disney animation movie, but it's all about like the inner workings of the brain and how it works. And like there's joy, there's sadness,
Saw that movie. Oh, I loved it.
there's anger, and there's
Yeah.
there's
Yeah, it was a good movie. Very
whatever,
good.
and we're all taking it in turns to drive.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. It was brilliant. It was well done. Hey, that was so good.
I was watching it with Isla, who's 9, and she was comprehending it. She was asking questions like, "What's going on there? What's going on there?" Because at one point it goes inside the mind, because it starts when the baby's born, and it's going through the life of a little munchkin, but then it shows the insides of the adult's head, and she was like, "All right, yeah." But if you haven't seen it, Nikki, you're gonna watch that with your munchkins, man. They're gonna love it. But yeah, that's it,
Oh, I
Joyce.
saw the movie. I did see that movie. Yeah. In the
Seen it,
cinema, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it actually in the cinema. It was a very good movie. Very
Yeah,
well done.
I seen it at the cinema too. But yeah, watch it again.
Watch it again. I'm gonna watch it again now that you gave me this idea. I'm gonna watch it again because that's really something I'm gonna watch again. Yeah, yeah, I am gonna watch that again because I wanted to watch a movie last night. And I was thinking, what should I watch? And then I just, but there you go. There's the movie. Perfect.
I love you guys. I'm gonna still be listening, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start walking to the gym now.
That's it.
I was gonna go before, but I just thought, I just had the thought. I'll just do a song with you.
So giving of you. Thank you for sharing this.
Oh, it's
This
such
has
an honor.
really set the
Anytime.
tone. Yeah,
Yeah,
this was
anytime.
beautiful.
Please come give it anytime. Yeah.
Real
Open
artists,
mic.
true
Open.
artists. Oh, that was so beautiful. Mm. Thank you.
I think Craig's just soaking it up.
Yeah, I am.
Taking it all in.
No, Craig's like,
Yeah, you want a clip of that on your unofficial page.
yeah. I'll get it. Definitely.
Yeah, that was
Boy, that is
You
sure be
bet,
an
brother. I'll
icebreaker,
do
I'll
it.
tell you.
I'll do whatever what you need. Yeah. We'll put. Yeah, that was awesome.
I love you. Yeah. This is
All right,
something
brother.
doing it with a team, and this is the dream team, man. The dream team. What we're going to accomplish together. Do you know what I mean? If you want to go quick, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Boom. Guys, I love you. I'm going to show up. I've done my thing now.
Enjoy.
It's going to be windy outside, but I'll come in if I need to.
Alrighty. Enjoy.
Mm,
That was
diamonds.
lovely.
Wow.
Diamonds.
Wow.
Wow. That was beautiful. That was really went right through my body. That I love that. Music does that for me.
Oh, yeah.
It's a universal language, universal language. It's just you did it brilliantly. And that's what I love, that we all got genius. We all got a gift that, no matter what, we all have gifts and we all come into this circle and we just partake in our gifts. We can just, there's no limits. You just need one yes. Going back to the yes and, but you just also need one yes. That's all you really need. Just
In
one
a
yes.
creative structure. That's right. In
In
a
a
creative structure.
structure, you just need that one yes. And to focus on that one thing too, that you can just master it. And that's the thing sometimes when you do 2 or 3, you get distracted. It gets overwhelming. But if you focus on that one thing,
That's it, you know, and this is it. Music and films.
Mm.
It's like do you know, like when they say a true choice?
Mm.
Because like I always say, yeah, I do this, and then I can go make movies, then I can go make music. Do you know what I mean? But that's telling me what it is, you know. But it's still obviously all around this, you know. It's still all evolutionary based, still all impacting the world, you know,
Yeah.
through music and film, you know,
Mhm, mhm.
and courses and programs and communities, you know, everything, all angles, man.
Yeah, you can't wait for the flow. You can't wait for the flow. You just have to go with the flow. That is when you have to take the knowing that you're doing it as you do, and you work it out as it goes. You learn as you go. Because if you're gonna wait for the flow, you can wait till forever.
Of course,
Do it-
that's it.
Yeah,
I've literally got
and
so much stuff around me, like the cameras, the mics, the producers, the directors, like Craig flipping, he's a flipping producer, like the stuff we could do, and that is
so
like
exciting.
that's like beyond the lead magnet, beyond the webinar. It's like a documentary, it's like a movie, man. We're gonna make it into a movie, into an experience, you know. And
Oh,
it's
so
like at the end,
exciting.
wow, they're gonna be like, whoa, how do I get involved with this? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
so exciting. So exciting.
And we want to
So
get this.
exciting.
We want to get this to the youth, man. The youth, the
Yeah.
years of the generation, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna simplify this. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They've already got it simplified. We're just connecting to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
old. We're
yeah.
connected. I'm connecting to the old.
Yeah, yeah.
It's true.
But yeah,
It's very
wow.
true.
But no, that's it. But that's it. Music, films, but then working with people like yourself, you know what I mean? Like coaches, like business owners that want to make a massive impact. Like that is still something that I do feel like passionate about. You know, I still really do love doing that. It's not like I can sing 24 hours a day, you know. But like that's another way.
Mhm.
That's like why I'm kind of
Another yes,
building
and another.
building up the systems in place and the business in place. So when the movie and the music drops, it's like, right, here you go there. It's all set up. The team's there. The business is running, like it's all proven and tested and flipping ready to rock. And yeah, but they are their own answer, you know. We're just reminding them of the power. Because that's it, it's a feeling, it's an experience, and that's it. It's hard to do that with talking, with music and film and stories. That takes them into that experience.
Well, my
And
word
that's
for the day is play. And the reason for play is that I've got to go play now with my students. I have a yoga class to attend. And I'm going to wish you namaste. I honor and I bow down to all your genius, to all your greatness. And it's been absolutely full. Like, I am so happy right now. Thank you for all your shares. Love you guys. Bye for now.
Bye.
so much.
Big love. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was interesting.
Yes, and
I keep forgetting what day it is.
Fun day.
So here's what came to me as I was waking up today, you guys. Gamify everything.
Yeah, it's
Make a game out of it.
game of life. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Mm. Wow.
I just got a beautiful chill of energy through my body, like a really nice.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's the oxytocin, man. Oxytocin.
And that is what you begin to see the world through. That is cool.
You had a lot to say about that video that I shared, Jess. But you know the mad thing about that video? He's 6 years old. So I wonder what that guy's on with now, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no kidding.
people we can get conversations going with. You know, these are the kind of guests we can get on. Do you know, like Aubrey and these other guys, we can get them same guests on. You know, but we'll have a multi-panel. We won't just be one of us talking. There'll be,
Yeah.
do you know?
Yeah. And I think it's a whole new way to have a conversation with someone. And I don't think, I mean, I don't think I've seen anyone do it that way. I don't know what we would call it though. Genius. It has something with our genius though, but it is a genius exploration.
I think someone may lead it, but that's it. People can still come in, jump in, you know, and get involved.
And I think something like that, you'd cut it to a panel. I'm sure you guys would know better than me, but yeah, I agree. There's so much to do with it. Yeah, that's going to be the fun part.
Jesse, I'm just wondering about this. Are you old enough to remember the Merv Griffin show?
Yeah.
Okay. The way he did it was magical. It's like, for one thing, he'd bring in like really diverse guests. But the interesting thing was that he just kind of let things go the way they went.
Yeah.
Right. And
I didn't know that about him.
All he did was just kind of direct traffic.
Conducted.
Yeah. Conducted. And just, it was amazing the stuff that came out of there. And nobody since then has had a show like that.
Oh, wow. That's a big claim.
Yeah.
That's a real big claim. That's a new reality show then, yeah?
Well, it's a kind of different kind than what we're familiar with.
Yeah.
From Merv Griffin,
I know. That's like completely
Donahue,
different type of, Phil Donahue.
Phil Donahue that dealt with, with current events and that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Right, exactly. And then, then there was, Oprah had her show that was kind of the same thing as that. And then there was a few other knockoffs like Sally Jesse Raphael and, a few others like that too, that we're working on.
Really, like the game changers, the ones that are key, like when we find the ones that really have the gem, the diamond, because there's always the diamond,
Right. But the interesting thing was there was a lot of diamonds. There was a lot of diamonds that were brought into awareness through Merv Griffin.
Source. That's pivotal. I love it.
Right.
I'm gonna check him out
because it was a free forum, right? So you had Tiny Tim got on and he talked about his recent trip to India, right? And different things like that kind of opened up to people, just because there was a place to talk about new stuff that nobody else was talking about, right?
I love that. A new place to talk about new stuff. Oh my God.
Well, exactly. And so, like in the same way that we get together and see what's in the field, what's in the field for us today, you know, you could run a whole talk show around that.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I can see that.
And the huge thing about it is because it's not talking about issues directly, it's friendly and it's non-threatening, and it's like, you know, what is this organism creating, right? It's kind of like that idea.
And it's a here, this is what we're doing with it, and it's an awareness, and people can follow it and choose not to. It's like, oh, it's just all sorts, it just opens all sorts of space. So
Yeah.
all right,
it just
I
puts it out
gotta
there.
step out here for a second. I gotta step out, guys. So it's time for me to go get my day started.
Okay.
All right, guys, we'll talk soon though. I really love it.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, big love, Jeffrey, man. So good to see you, mate. Big love.
Yeah, you too, Joe. Thanks, man. Thanks, Craig.
Yep. Thanks.
Craig, I'll
Great
call
to
you
see you
now,
today.
mate.
Okay.
Peace out, Jesse.